your database is bloated. I'm talking about spam comments, all sorts of nonsense, plugins that you installed that left a bunch of junk in your database, which means users are pulling their hair out. Now, how do you figure out what the issue is here? WP Optimize. Now, after that fancy graphics, I want to show you exactly what that looks like. With WP Optimize, it's a free plugin, and most of the stuff that I'm going to show you right now, you can do right there in it. So let's take a look right now. Here I'm in WP Optimize on the tables tab. This is where the skeletons are hiding in the closet and where you can see the dirt. When you scroll down here, you'll see this overhead column with all the junk, all the tables that are sitting in your database that could be making your site slow. So a quick heads up before we continue is WP Optimize is usually installed as a database plugin, but it does so much more and most people don't even explore all these different settings. So let me quickly walk you through the different tabs in WP Optimize, which starts with the database, and we're going to be working with that right here. And it's got all your different optimizations. We'll get into more detail on that in a second. You also have the images tab where you can handle things like image compression, WebP. It keeps the same quality while keeping the file small. We've got the cache settings, which makes your website load faster for users. And then also minification, which makes those JavaScript and CSS files much smaller so that your pages load much faster. Okay, so I'm back here on the database tab, and this is the work that we're going to be doing. As we scroll down, you'll see the different optimizations that you can do. The top ones without this little stop sign exclamation mark thing means that they're safe to do, and they're usually automatically checked right here. If you wanted to run them individually, you can just run a single optimization to the right on that column right there. The other ones though, that exclamation warning, that means that there could be data in there that you might want to retain. So think twice before you check one of those boxes. And if you don't know what those things are, definitely don't touch it at all and just do a regular optimization. Best practice is anytime you're going to touch your database, definitely back it up. You will not be sorry the time that you need that backup. I'm going to go ahead and click run all selected optimizations. And when I click it, it's going to go and do my backup because I've got Updraft Plus installed. It's going to very quickly do a backup for me. And boom, backup is done. And then you can see the different optimizations running, making my website faster. This thing is going to be running, so we're going to speed that up for you. And we are back, people. Yes, that takes a minute. But again, folks, this is something that you want to do periodically. And it does take a while, which is going to bring me to my next point here. And you can actually go ahead and schedule these. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So on the settings tab here, you'll find the schedule cleanup settings at the bottom. And when you enable this, you've got the option to do it either daily, weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. And you can also even choose which actions you want to go ahead and perform or which optimizations. Let's say we want to do it weekly. We want to optimize the tables also, and I'll go ahead and save that. And as simple as that, now these optimizations will run automatically weekly. Now, the key difference with this version and the premium version is that in the settings here, you'll see that we don't have those checkboxes yet. You can actually go and add a scheduled task because you can break these into different intervals. So if I said I want to optimize all my database tables, so I will say, okay, well, I'm going to do this monthly. I can say what time and even what day of the month I want to do it. That looks good to me. I'm going to add that schedule. Now you can add additional tasks. Let's say just clean up all your post revisions and maybe your trash posts. But that you will have a very traffic heavy blog where you're doing a lot of posts and things like that, and you revise often. You can select the time of day. So you want to check what time of day is the most traffic on your site, because this can potentially lead to slowing down your site, and my site will just keep humming along, nice and optimized, working perfectly. Now, if you're running a WooCommerce store, I want to show you another cool premium feature. This is something that makes a lot of sense to do and can slow down your website quite a bit. If you go to the Power Tweaks tab here, we've got Speed Up WooCommerce's Get Total Spend Query. If I go to my other tab here on the same site, you see this total spend column here all the way down. Every time you get a new customer placing an order, that value has to be calculated, and that will slow down your website quite a bit. And this setting that we have right here uses a smarter version of that that doesn't make it so resource intensive. So for smaller stores, this is probably not something they'd worry about, but when you're a big store with a lot of transactions, this is a must-have. Okay, so let's move on to just one last little thing I wanted to show you. What if you don't know which plugin is causing all of this bloat in your site and maybe you need to find an alternative. We've got the table usage feature. And again, when you get to this page, you're gonna want to toggle the run query analysis on. This will actually go ahead and test all the queries, which plugins they relate to, which tables they touch. Now, one thing to mention is that you don't want to leave this on all the time. And it's generally recommended, as you can see on the screen, advanced users typically use this. But once this has run and checked all the database tables, you can select each plugin that you have installed here. Let's say Jetpack, for example. It will show you which tables it touches, the type of queries or how many queries it's running over there, and how fast the average response time of that query is. So it's very valuable information when you have something that you think might be slowing your site down. So that is the different types of queries and diagnostic tools that we have to help you run your WordPress sites faster. So, and that's pretty much it on the diagnostic tools and WP Optimize from the database side of things, but you're going to want to see the rest of it.